What's going on, everybody? Kennybombx is in the building, and we got a pretty big problem when it comes to personas in WWE 2K25. And the problem has nothing to do with consistency, because I feel like we've gotten quite a few exciting things this year. But the problem lies there more within the quality of these personas. And with the release of Slow Chemical Kane, I think that problem has never been more evident than it is right now. Now, usually, I would just let it go. But the community on X is letting 2K know exactly how we feel about the quality we've gotten from this persona, and this Kane was personal to me. So we gotta talk about it. But first, I need y'all to help me out by dropping a like on this video. Just don't forget to smash that subscribe button, especially if you don't want to miss any updates on WWE 2K25. Now let's get into it.
Run, boy, they coming on.
Alright, so as I'm sure we all know, one of the most anticipated personas of the year was recently dropped in WWE 2K25, and that is the 03 version of Kane. Now, as expected, he is locked behind a paywall in my faction, and if you want to get him, you gotta spend a ridiculous amount of time or a ridiculous amount of money opening up packs, hoping you get the cards you need to get this persona. Now, I'm sure, as we've seen previously, as time goes along, we will see the cards you need for this collection in the market, and at that time, you can spend a ridiculous amount of time, or you can spend a ridiculous amount of money to get the cards you need in this collection. If it's anything like we've seen before, then these cards will cost you upwards of $100. Now, that is a big, bold price to ask for what is essentially just a new skin, unless it's worth it. So the big question today is 03 Kane worth it? Spoiler alert, the answer is no, and I'll tell you why. So keep in mind, $100 for the skin. And I think there's a way they could justify it, simply by putting in some work when they make these personas. If we look at Kane here, as you can see, for one, outdated entrance. This is not how Kane came out in the back end of 03. Now, my big problem with this Kane to begin with was the fact that he did not have his mask and he didn't have his hair. And I understand that's just my personal preference, and the world does not revolve around Kennybombx. They decided to go with Kane from the back end of 03, and that's the Kane we got. That's not the big problem. The problem is they expect us to spend so much time and so much money on these personas, but they're not making them special. Sure, he has the Slow Chemical theme, and that is one of the greatest themes in WWE history. But when you look at this model, it's really just an insult. This is Kane 08 with some parts that are already in Create a Wrestler. You can literally go to Create a Wrestler and put this on Kane and get this same model. And that's not the only problem. This is Kane 08, right? No, this is Kane 2025. So we got old man Kane with some parts that come from Community Creations, and what's even worse is, like I said, the mask is in Community Creations. So if they wanted to hide this, all you had to do was put the mask on him, put the hair on him. Now you can say it's 03 Kane and nobody's going to complain because we can't see his old face. And people always seem to say things turn out like this because they don't have enough time due to the yearly development cycle, but I'm not buying it. It takes one person less than 5 minutes to take this Kane model into Create a Wrestler and put some black shadow makeup on his eyes. Put the rag that's already in there on his head during his entrance. But instead, this is what we get. $100, guys. Have fun. Now, if you really want to get crazy, I think for the price of money they want for these things, he should also have a new entrance motion. He should have that entrance with his hands shackled, his feet shackled, and the security guards bringing him out to the ring. But that's where we get into development time, and that's probably never going to happen. And you know what? I get it. I'm not even mad about it. What I'm asking for is just them to cover the small details. Now, the AJ Styles persona was kind of cooked too because he also has the old man face, but I'm not a big AJ Styles from TNA guy, so that wasn't my battle to fight. But I've been waiting for Kane to get some love for so long, and for them to just throw in a shirt that's already in Community Creations, It hurt, man. It hurt. And don't get me wrong, I'm glad we got Slow Chemical back in the game, because if it comes back next year, that means we got another chance to make that right. But unfortunately, with WWE 2K25, what's special about 03 Kane ends when the bell rings. Maybe next year, my boy. Maybe next year. Now, I really don't like to come in here and make complaining videos, because I would much rather have fun and be happy. And celebrating the fact that we got Slow Chemical Kane would have been so fulfilling, but unfortunately, they let me down. But they didn't just let me down. If you look at the comment section under this post, it's a whole community crash out. Starting with Certified Winner, who says, y'all see what they said. But I think the gripe here is the fact that Kane is sliding in the ring. And to be fair, there were times where he did slide in the ring. Now, we all know his iconic entrance is where he grabbed the top rope and just walked into the ring like a giant maniac. But if you got Leo Rush doing the motion capture for these entrances, there's no way he's reaching that top rope. So I think that's why we got the slide. So I'll give him a pass on that. L2K Game says, what's with these old models cosplaying their younger selves? First Trish, now Kane. I think we got to fix this de-aging issue in WWE 2K26. I mean, if guys like Joe Mashups can do it, then I'm sure the talented team at 2K can find a way to make these guys look younger as well. Or get Joe Mashups on the team. I'm not sure if that's what he wants to do, but 2K should definitely make him an offer he can't resist. Adam says, Whitty Witterson, you did it way better, dude. This is horrible. Whitty Witterson does have a model recreated in Community Creations. I'm not sure if they took it down because they kind of cooked him. I don't know what's going on with that situation, but check Community Creations to see if you guys can get him with the paint around his eyes. Apron says, yes, this is exactly... Look at Kane's face in that picture. I mean, that is exactly what he looks like in the game, though, so it's a good scan, but not a good de-age process. Genesis does says, I want them without playing my faction. And that's the thing. If you're going to lock these things behind a paywall in my faction, and people have to pay to get them, you got to put that extra touch on them. Putting black paint on his eyes wouldn't have been too hard. I mean, that's all you had to do. He still would have looked like this, but I think the black paint would have at least made it look like they tried, instead of just throwing the shirt that's already in Community Creations on him. It's just not enough, especially if you're going to make these things my faction exclusive for the unlock. Oh boy, Viceroy Flair says, another lazy model, man. I mean, let's see what he got to say. He might be cooking. Like, come on. You're using his modern day face scan and inaccurate hair shading. This is just the 08 model. It exactly is. I'm telling y'all, if you go take 08 Kane in Community Creations right now, you can put this shirt on him and he looks exactly the same. That's what sparked this video, because I went and did it myself. Didn't de-age the face or anything. Without packs, it will take 600 to 800k MFP to unlock him. People are going to spend money for Slow Chemical. That's true. They slapped the theme on it and they said, listen, this is one of the best themes of all time. This is all we got to do. And they almost got me, y'all, because I wanted them, even though you don't even hear the entrances in my faction. I just love Kane. David says, you seriously couldn't have attempted to de-age his face? I mean, if the whole community is saying it, then it's a problem. It's a problem. And they may not see it, or they may not want to see it. They may not care, because people are still spending the money in my faction to get them. And I did spend $10 on the pack, so I'm a part of the problem. Team Extreme says, and for those who don't play my faction or the island, 2K said, cancel Christmas on y'all. That's what we don't care about. What this model should look like. That's what I'm saying. This is all you had to do. Just put the paint around his eyes. That's it. Give him a half bald head instead of the full baldy. I mean, this one still looks like old Witchmaster Kane, but at least you got the paint on his eyes. And the eyeballs look better there too. Kai says, do I have to win about 20 Buried Alive matches and make my thumbs bleed for it? I'm guessing no. You got to spend some money this time, buddy. Get those collection packs opened up and do your thing. Dio Sky says, Kane sliding under the bottom rope is weird. Again, he did used to slide under the rope sometimes, but the iconic entrance is where he grabs the top rope. Gamevolt says, yeah, but my RNG pack luck sucks, so it's just another question mark on the roster page for me. I'm sure for a lot of us, because I'm not going to spend the money it takes to get them. That arena, though, why does it appear so old? Let's get a few more here. C Doggy says 03 Kane with 2025 Kane face. Sounds about right. I mean, everybody's saying the same thing, y'all. Where's his black towel he wore on his head during his entrance? It's in community creations. They could have put it on him, but they just decided not to. They said, slow chemical, we got that? Okay, go on community creations, put the tank top on him, throw him out there. He's ready. How you guys forget the black towel? There's no way all of us think about the same things and they don't see it. And I agree with this as well. This is actually the version I wanted to see. But again, world don't revolve around us, Indian cricket lover. It is what it is. But that is all I got for y'all today. Did this model live up to the hype, or would you like to see more work put into these expensive personas as well? Let me know in the comment section. But thank y'all for tuning into this video. Don't forget to drop a like on it and smash that subscribe button if you have not already. Bomb Squad, let's get to that.